All right. Well, welcome to the TeamMADE call. Obviously, I am not Melissa. I am a fellow coach here on TeamMADE, and I'm actually hosting for Melissa tonight, who is texting me right now, probably making sure I'm on here. But I am hosting for Melissa tonight. She is actually in Disney World with Jimmy Hayes Nelson's team. She's there to kind of guest mentor them. So she's having fun in Disney World with the Nelsons and their team. So she asked me if I would hop on here and host for her tonight. So tonight is going to be a really awesome call because the gal that we have on here, and I want to make sure she's on here first before I introduce her. Charlotte, are you on here? You can unmute yourself and just say, hey, if you're on here. I don't know if she's on here yet. Let me see. I don't see her yet. Let me text her and make sure she's not having any technical difficulties. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Just want to make sure she's getting on here. Also, shout out to Wendy Benson, who went diamond today. Whoop, whoop. Good job, Wendy. And Lauren Fitzgerald, who hit 5-star today. That's so awesome. Congratulations, you guys. All right, I don't see Charlotte quite on here yet, but she is the CEO of Girl Boss Graphix. If you've seen all the really awesome graphics in the team page that Melissa has for recognition and awesome banners and things like that, Charlotte is the mastermind behind all of that. So tonight she is going to share with us a little bit about kind of branding yourself and sharing your story through social media, as well as being able to do it through graphic design. I still don't see her on here. Hey guys, hey Angel. Hey Crystal, hey Lisa. Hi Shirley. Hey Gwen. I still don't see her on here, so we're just gonna kind of hang out until she gets on here. Let me see. Hey Jessica, Sabrina, Jackie, Lindsay, Rachel, Shannon. Lori, let me see if I can get in touch with her and see where she's at. Okay, so I just messaged her, so let's see if she pops up. There she is. I see you, Charlotte.
Hi. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Lipstick on, and then I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, she's 32 already.
But at least you have cute lipstick on, right? Hey, Joanna, I see you. Good to see your gorgeous face. All right, so like I was saying, Charlotte is, like I said, the kind of CEO of her own brand. She does Girl Boss Graphix. She's also a fellow coach, and like I said, all the gorgeous graphics that you guys see, not only for Melissa, but for quite a few coaches. Basically, if there's any coaches out there with really gorgeous graphics, they're probably done by Charlotte. So like I said, she is going to share with us how to brand yourself through social media and sharing your story and through graphics. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to you, Charlotte. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and put you on speaker view. All right, my dear, you have the floor.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and so that I can walk you through a PowerPoint. Well, actually, it's not a PowerPoint, and I'm not going to call it that because that could get confusing. You can actually do like PowerPoints through Canva. And so if you have a Mac, I, for some reason, suggest to get rid of all the Microsoft programs on your Mac because it slows it down quite a bit, and there's other resources for that. So anyways, I'm Sharlotte Bouniol, and I am the branding boss and graphic artist behind GB Graphix, previously known as Girl Boss Graphix, and I help coaches figure out their brand, their vision, their voice on social media. And I've helped hundreds at this point of coaches with things such as their logo and like a full brand development, as well as done things like cover photos, Facebook ads, all of that good stuff. And I've built my business from nothing, and it just sort of exploded because I think whenever your purpose aligns with what you're passionate about, then it all just comes together and it happens the way it's supposed to. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so y'all can see what's going on here. I'm wondering how I can, like, I don't know if I can put sort of my computer like on do not disturb. I don't know if that's possible though. Anyways, all right, so this is a presentation I made in Canva for y'all. And just so you know, for future purposes, this little icon down here is what you would click on to enter the presentation. And I hope that it works with me having a zoom up, because now I'm not able to see y'all at all. Uh-oh. But we're going to go with it. So branding. Let's start with the basics. This is the definition of what branding is. It's the marketing practice of creating a name, a symbol, or design that identifies and differentiates a product from other products. And so what you got to think of with this is that you are the product. It's not Shakeology that's the product. It's not P90X or Core de Force. It's you. So you have to figure out a way to create a symbol and an identity for yourself. And so why does this matter? This matters because your brand is the first thing people see whenever they go to your page. Your brand is like your billboard almost. Your brand is your, okay, so let's just go with this. And an effective brand strategy gives you a major edge in increasingly competitive markets. But what exactly does branding mean? It tells people what they can expect from your products and service. It differentiates your offering from that of your competitors. Your brand is your promise to your customer. So what I like to say to people is, imagine that you are on the Tinder app. Would people swipe right when they saw your brand, or would they swipe left? This is why having a visual identity is so important, and having one that is bold, simple, and attractive and timeless. Something that's going to leave a lasting image in their mind. But your brand is so much more than just a snazzy logo and some cool fonts. It really is way deeper than that. And so that's what I'm sort of going to get into here. Branding is three things. It's derived from three things. It's who you are, who you want to be, and who others perceive you to be. So with the who you are, I want you to find 5 to 7 things that define you. What makes you unique? What makes you stand out from the rest of the crowd? There's too many coaches out there that I believe, well, I know for a fact, are just copycats. They just look at the top coaches and see what they're doing. I'm sorry, I'm going to make this smaller because this drives me crazy not being able to see any of y'all. I'm hoping it'll work to do it this way. Yeah. And I don't know why it's labeled that. That's going to drive me wild. Okay. Figure out 5 to 7 things about yourself. So if you're a mom, that's one thing. Say you, but try to take that further. Like, are you a dance mom? Are you a soccer mom? Are you a mom who has a children with special needs? Are you a mom? Figure out what kind of mom you are. And that would be one of your 5 to 7 things. Then, like, look into your struggles in life. What have you been through? What is it that you feel like you've overcome or that you struggle with on a regular basis? Somebody's not on mute. Cynthia, is there a way to mute everybody? Oh. Okay, so figure out the struggles you've been through or that you deal with. Like, do you deal with depression or anxiety or any mental disorders that you have been diagnosed with? Do you have a learning disability? I have ADHD that I take medication every day for, like, and I've been a hyper crazy person all my life. And as a child, that really affected me because I was always told, you're so annoying. Sit down, shut up, be quiet, calm down, stop, just be still. But that's me. That's something that I struggle with and deal with. And I feel like I have found a way to fuel that energy into my work. So it's not necessarily a negative thing, because I can also create magic, considering I do have a learning disability, as they call it. But I think it's not that. It's just I'm really hyper. So figure out what your interests are, like what your hobbies are. I like crafting, for example. So maybe you're a crafty person. Maybe you like making wreaths for the holidays, or, maybe you're super into, with the holidays coming up, maybe you're super into like gift wrap and you're really awesome at it. Figure out the things that you're good at, like your talents and your hobbies and your interests. Maybe you like to paint. Maybe you're not crafty or artistic at all. Maybe it's more like you're an adrenaline junkie and you like going skydiving or hiking or outdoor stuff. Whatever it is, figure out hobbies and interests. That's another way you can sort of define yourself. Some other examples of what you're going to define yourself with are things such as, what kind of pets do you have? Are you a big advocate for anything? Like, are you big with pet rescue? Or maybe you are a big advocate of like cancer because your brother had it or something. Figure out some things that you want to advocate for, or just like you're really into pugs because you have 3 pugs and they're cute until they get older. I'm sorry, I don't like pugs when they're older, but they're super cute. Like me and my husband on Instagram, if you go through our shared messages, it's just all pictures of pugs, and it's a little funny. And if anybody saw it, they'd be like, what the hell? But so animals are another way that you can define yourself, because you can connect with other people through your animal. Like other people that have pugs on Instagram, use the hashtag pugs of Instagram, and you're gonna connect with so many people just by that. So yeah, there's tons of ideas and stuff there. Obviously, we're all lifestyle coaches and we're all fit foodies and we're all weight loss journey, but take that to a new level and find a way to make it your own and get rid of the Beachbody label on everything that you're sharing, because that's not going, like, this market is so oversaturated that I don't feel like it's smart to just always putting Shakeology out there, putting the new programs out there. Yeah, it's great to share like the before and afters. I've seen a lot of before and afters, especially one of my premium clients, Dara Distal. She did quarter force and her results are crazy. She was like in the test group. So everyone's sharing her picture, which I love to see that. But just try not to scream Beachbody, and try to put more stuff out there about what you are and who you are and what makes you different. And it's okay to be weird. It's just like, get over the slump that everyone is judging you in a really bad way. Because yes, there's going to be those people, but there's also going to be people who totally get you and are attracted to you. So find 5 to 7 things about yourself, attach it to the day of the week, and then find valuable tips that relate to those 5 to 7 things and share those on your social media. And if you attach it to a day of the week, then it's going to be easier for you to manage and be sure that you're covering all bases of your brand, rather than just like randomly posting random stuff every day. If you do it this way, then you have a plan and a strategy to get your brand out there and reach the people you're wanting to reach. But there was something that I said in there that's very key. Be sure you're sharing valuable stuff. Honestly, like, people don't care about seeing a picture of your kids playing outside. Like, they just don't care. They might like it, and that might come off really harsh, but when it comes to business, like, they don't care. That's not helping you build your business at all. Like, your kids are cute, but maybe you share a picture of your kid in their Halloween costume, and then you explain how you made that costume, and that might be valuable. If you're like a crafty person or something, like, find a way to tie value into it and provide your followers with something that they will actually be able to use to benefit themselves. Does that make sense? All right, so who you want to be. You need to set goals, and then after you set your goals, come up with benchmarks to hit until you reach those goals. So yes, you have the big end goal. Like, I know that I set a goal this year that I wanted to hit a certain dollar amount in income for the year. And then I said, okay, well, in order to do that, I have to make this much every month, which breaks down to this many sales of this every month. So break it down into benchmarks so that you can ensure you're going to reach that goal, because you're setting like smaller goals underneath it. Just manifest your future by planning ahead. Like, be intentional with your planning, and then you'll get there. And you have to do whatever it takes to get there. If you don't reach a benchmark at one stage of the game, you have to work extra hard the next month to be sure that you reach not only that previous benchmark, but the next one as well. So just be very mindful and aware and intentional. Who others perceive you to be. So your image does matter. No one likes judgment, but it's unavoidable, and your vibe attracts your tribe. So be aware that everything you put out there, people are judging it. People judge your logo the minute they see it. Like I was saying, like, imagine you're on Tinder. Would they swipe right or swipe left? Like, are they going to be attracted to you and want to do business with you? Or are they like, nah, I'm not into that? So just be aware that people are judgmental. We all are. If we weren't, then I don't know, like, they're not judgmental in a bad way. It's just like, you automatically decide whether you like something or not the minute you see it, especially online. So always try to put your best foot forward, but also be authentic. Like, put yourself out there and be the best version of yourself, but for your type of person, for your tribe that you're trying to attract. There's going to be people that don't get you. There's people that don't get me. There's people that look at me and are like, oh, she's just like a little Barbie doll. No, like, I'm far from that. I'm weird and creative and sort of an introvert. I'm awkward as hell, like really awkward most of the time. So, but I'm nailing this team call right now. I'm liking this. I was super nervous, not gonna lie. So just put your best foot forward and go out there and attract the people that are going to be attracted to you. How to attract them. So your target audience is going to be those people that are just like you, meaning those 5 to 7 things I just had you come up with, those could be considered your target audience. So how to attract them to you rather than having to go out and search for them. Well, first of all, if you're providing posts with value, that's going to attract them to you the most. Provide value to your followers. Connect with people honestly and intimately. Don't be salesy. Be authentic. Like, don't push product down people's throats. Like, they don't like that. It scares them away. Don't start a message feed with somebody and start really good building a relationship, and then after they message you back one time, you respond with, want to join my challenge group? Like, that's not going to work. That's, you have to authentically build the relationship and keep following up with them, seeing how they're doing, and wait for them to come to you. If you're building an authentic relationship, whenever they get on the health kick and they decide they need to live a healthier lifestyle, they're going to contact you if you've built a authentic relationship. Yes, I don't believe you should just wait around for ages, but just don't jump the gun too quickly. Like, be smooth about your approach, and yeah, be smooth. Stay true to your mission and be fearless. So if you haven't defined a mission for yourself, that's very important. Like, you should do that before you do any of this 5 to 7 things. Like, define your mission first and foremost. Like, mission is the most important thing of a business. If you really want to treat this as a business and you consider this a business, then do the things you need to do to define it as a business. And so define your mission. And when I say be fearless, I say that because so many people are just like scared to put themselves out there. They're scared of the judgment that's going to be there, but who cares? At the end of the day, they're not thinking about what you've put out there. They really aren't. Like, the minute we see a post, we either like it or scroll past it. And I'm not thinking about a post that I liked later in the day. Like, who cares? They judge it for 2 seconds and move on. So be fearless in your approach and do whatever it's going to take. Put out whatever it's going to take to attract those people that you're wanting to attract. And then provide a solution to the problem they don't know they have. So by this is what I mean. For example, I have a client who is really fit. She's an instructor at a gym, and she's really good at what she does, and she's killing it on social media and YouTube, and has like 30,000 followers on her Facebook page. She's doing it right, and she's approaching it from the fitness standpoint, because fitness was her main jam before Beachbody. So, and she was posting videos that say like 30-minute HIIT workout or hypercore intense body workout, like, or body pump. Nobody knows what that means. She was providing the solution. So provide a solution to the problem they don't know they have. Whenever you go to, like, say I'm getting ready for my wedding and I want to lose like my belly fat, I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in workouts to get rid of a spare tire or workouts to get rid of belly bulge. I'm not going to type in hyper intense like core workouts. Like, so whenever you're putting yourself out there, be very mindful of the titles that you use and put what they would put in Google. So that's what I mean by that, because they don't know what the solution is. So I worded that wrong, I think, but do y'all get what I'm saying by that? Like, you don't want to say like yeah. Think about what people would be Googling and use that as titles. So the stars align for your brand when your marketing efforts subconsciously create an image in the consumer's mind. So I like to sort of relate this to like the circus. And the reason I do that is because people want to go to the circus because they've seen posters of like the bearded lady or, you know, an elephant like bouncing on a ball, or like the trapeze guys. Like, it's fascinating. It's mind-blowing. And it subconsciously creates an image in our mind. And so we're like, we got to see what's going on there. Like, we got to see that. Try to do that in all of your marketing efforts. Try to get them mind blown. Try to attract them to you in a way that's going to be like, they have to see what's behind that curtain. Like, they just have to. And so that's what you should be doing with your sneak peek ads and your backstage passes. Like, don't put oh, am I unstable? Can y'all hear me? Okay. I don't really have a title off the top of my head or anything, but try not to use like sneak peek, what is coaching, sneak peek, backstage pass. Instead, like, be like, want to know how I made 6 figures in 10 months? Like, do it that way. All right, so let's get over into the visual side of things and like the branding. I saw that there was a chat and I wanted to open that really quick and see what people are saying. I like that. Attached to a day of the week adds intention for each post. It messed up, but back now. Okay, I have the chat open now so y'all can talk to me if you so.
I'll open it up for questions at the end for you, Charlotte.
Okay, perfect. Mm-hmm. All right, so formula for a brand identity. if you're really wanting to create a visual brand for yourself, you have to narrow things down like this. Okay, so having two fonts, like two defined fonts that you use every time you do anything, and you don't really stray from them too much. Like you can a little, but it's best to have like some nailed down fonts. And I usually recommend having one like really girly one, because a lot of people are girly. Like, so just like one like bold font, whether that means like bold and square and boxy, or bold as in ballsy and girl, or like curly, you know, like different, like the script fonts that are really popular right now. And then one simpler font that you can use like to go underneath things, like this font, for example. If this were bigger, this font would look good paired with that one. So two different fonts, 5 colors. So you need to create a color palette for yourself. And this coolors.co, I didn't leave off the M, that's how it's spelled. So coolors.co. And I want to show you this website because it's just incredible. And you can come up with a color palette so easy for yourself. So you go to coolors.co and get started. It's free. This website is gold. I love it. No, I don't want to watch a tutorial. All right, so here's the colors that came up just automatically. All you have to do is press the space bar. Uh-oh. Well, now I locked that. Unlock. So I press the space bar and all of the colors change. And they keep changing. Okay, I like that. I'm going to lock that one. And it's going to stay the same. And I keep pressing the space bar. And that one stays the same, but all the other colors change. And then I lock another one and keep going. And so I wouldn't add black or white necessarily in here unless you're really not wanting to have way too many colors in there. Like I said, 5 to 7. So if you picked 5 on here, or you came up with 5 colors that you liked on here, then you could add black and white, and that would be 7 colors. So I love this website. It's simple as the space bar. And then you can export a PDF and download it, and what it gives you. So these numbers are gold, because whenever you go over to Canva, those numbers, you can enter those specific color numbers and get the same color every time on Canva. Excuse me, sorry. Hold on. All right, so coolors.co, it's a really cool resource. I like it. And then, so for fonts, I like defont.com. I also like this website called fontsquirrel.com. Both of those websites, you're going to be able to get free fonts. And then for a logo, I design logos, so I just put my website on there. If you're needing a logo, I would be happy to talk to you. All right, I wish there was a way to scoot that over. Yeah. Okay, so these are my top 10 favorite apps for making graphics, except there's 12, so just excuse that. I grabbed the wrong graphic that had, yeah, whatever. So these are my favorite phone apps for making graphics on the go. My favorite one right now is Over. And the app actually doesn't look like that right now. They changed like their cover or their app thing. It's yellow now, but it's called Over. And it's amazing because you can, maybe I should just, yeah, I want to share my phone screen and sort of go over a couple of these apps with y'all. And then we'll go over Canva a little bit and then open things up for questions. Does that sound good? Is this beneficial to y'all so far? Okay, awesome. All right, so let me get my phone pulled up here. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. Y'all see my phone? All right. So we're going to go into over. There's the way the app looks, actually. I like over because you can do so much with it. I don't even know where to start. So you click on the plus to start a new picture. Click on photos. Actually, I don't even want to choose from my photos. I want to choose from their collection. Do y'all see all of these that you could simply go and add your photo behind them? And they're so good. Like, they're gold. Always be yourself unless you can be a unicorn. And you see, I can move that around. I can add another layer that's a picture. I can make it smaller and add it to my picture. And it's already designed. It's design done for you. So you should definitely take advantage of this. You can edit it and change the colors on it. Do whatever color you want. Like, it's just, there's so many possibilities with this app. But something that I like about this app is I can go down here and click on the picture on the left hand, the album thing. Oh, y'all can't see that, can you? Do you see album right here? Maybe my Zoom is covering it up. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so the green album. I click on that, and down at the bottom, do you see down? So down at the bottom here, you see where it says Photos, Favorites, Unsplash, Pixabay, Google, and PNG. So the Unsplash is free stock photos. Those are all stock photos for free. I can Google anything I want, or not Google. I can search for, let's say I search for pink abstract because I want something that will go in the background. So I search for that, there's no results. Well, I can also go down to the bottom to Pixabay, which is also stock photos, and let's search pink abstract in there. And it's gonna come up with, they're not all pink, but there's some feathers. I kind of like that one. I like that pink watercolor look. Like, there's stuff you can use there, and all of that stuff is free, and it's stock photos. It's professional photos for graphics. But here's the best part about this app. This Google thing at the bottom, so it's Pixabay and then Google. I can go up here. Let's search for a unicorn, since we're talking about unicorns on our little post. And what's going to come up are unicorns that are already cut out. Like, there's no background on these. So I choose that unicorn, and I can add it to my picture. Like, you know how many hours I spend deleting backgrounds of things? Like, this is gold. So, and then I can go, like, use different filters, make the unicorn pretty or ugly, however I want to do it. And like I said, there's just so many possibilities in here. I can add a shadow onto the unicorn so it looks like real on the background. Yeah, I could go over this app for hours. And another thing I like about this app, the mask thing, that's important. So discard changes. I'm going to start over because I want to show you how I blend two photos together, like I did on here. I blended 4 together for a cover photo. I did that on an app. Like, I make a lot of my graphics from an app. Yeah, I do a lot on my computer too, because it's just easier when you're doing it all day long. But so I'm going to go back to my photos, and I'm going to choose, oh gosh, I just went to Dubai, so we're going to blend some of these really pretty pictures from me in Dubai. So I add that photo, and I want to add another photo in addition to that one. So I'm going to click on the photo album again and go back to my favorites. And that's also how you would watermark your photos if you have your logo saved to your phone. You would choose your logo right now. And actually, all of your PNG files, they save in here, like under the PNG. So after Google, there was PNG. Like, this is a logo, for example. And then I have my logo on my photo. Just for fun. Since I know that's probably useful to know. A lot of people don't know how to add their logo to photos. So, So I'm going to go and I'm going to add another photo from my favorites. So we have these two photos. Now what do I do? Okay, so I'm going to click on the stack at the very top. And you're recording this, right, Cynthia? Okay, good, because you are probably going to have to rewatch this. So I'm going to click on the stack at the top, and then I'm going to click on where it says 2730 by 4096. And I want to make this cover photo size. So click on that again. I'm going to unmark constrain proportions because I don't want it to stay proportionate because I'm making it a totally different size. And I know that a Facebook cover photo is 828 by 315. And you can Google size of things, like just Google what size is a Facebook cover photo, and it will tell you those numbers. And then you just put them in there, and then it takes you back here, click down, and then it put it here. So now I just have to like pinch it in and resize. And I'm not going to have enough. See, I would need to add another photo to blend it with, but I just wanted to show you how to blend two photos together. So I have those two photos that I want to blend together. I have one of them selected. So down at the bottom, I'm going to scroll all the way over to mask. And then I'm going to click on that second little dot that's like a fuzzy dot. And I'm going to simply do this. And that's that, like done. I mean, the black doesn't blend very well with a bright blue sky, but y'all get how to do it at least. And you can see here that all of these pictures blended actually really well together because they all have like same tone backgrounds. And then she could have taken this photo, say you get all of that done, then what? Well, I would then upload it as a separate picture. Let's see, here it is, as a new picture. So then I can go in, and edit that picture to black and white and not have to change them all individually. So then we make it black and white, and then we could add like a banner to it and her name and be done. I don't know. You are putting me on the spot, and this isn't working because I want a bar. So, but it's as simple as that. I love Over right now. It's the best app out there. It has so many possibilities. I actually have the Over Pro version, and I'm not sure what the Pro version really means because I thought I was the only one to be able to access like the Google and everything down bottom, but that's not the case, and I found that out yesterday. So that's great because y'all will be able to access it and not have to pay $50 for the year to have it. So that is Over. If you are wanting to delete backgrounds to your pictures, this background eraser app I use it when I have to delete a background over Photoshop because it's so much easier to use. So this app, Background Eraser, is amazing. Another app I really like right now is this Prisma app, and that's not on the PowerPoint. Prisma is super cool because I can go choose, sorry for my selfies, that's really embarrassing, but oh well. I can choose a photo that I want to make, just watch. I click on tiers and it makes me like a cartoon. I can go through all of these, and that one looks cool. I like the way that one looks. Like my face looks a little deformed. My nose looks a little deformed, but it's really cool because it creates a catchy, different look for your photo, and that's key. Like you just want to create something that's going to get people's attention. If you want to share pics of your kids playing out in the yard, well then do this to it. So at least they'll actually like maybe stop scrolling. Just making it a scroll stopper. That's what you want to be. That's the goal with Graphix. And these are really easy ways to do it. You don't have to have a nice computer. You don't have to have Photoshop or Illustrator or graphic design programs. These are all apps. And they make it too easy for you not to have good graphics. So Prisma. I love Prisma. So those are really all of the apps I want to show you. And now let's go over Canva really quick. We have time. Am I taking a long time?
No, you're doing great. I think everybody is like hanging on every word you're saying right now, on everything you're doing. So continue. You're doing awesome.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to share my screen one more time and we'll go over Canva.
You can tell that you're giving good information because I can see everybody like leaning forward towards their computer screens. So you're doing good.
Awesome. Okay, so I love Canva. I make all of my graphics in Canva except my logos. And this is proof. Like, this scrolls for days and kind of never stops. So I have definitely made amazing use of Canva. All right, so I haven't been on PicMonkey in a while, but I've heard that PicMonkey now allows you to save versions of your stuff. I don't know, but I don't care because I don't use PicMonkey. I use Canva, and Canva should really like pay me for promoting them because I just think it's gold. It's amazing. So you can have just like the free paid or unpaid version of Canva, or you can upgrade to Canva for work. And if you upgrade to Canva for work, then you're going to have this little tab right here that says your brand. And when you click on it, then you'll have your brand colors. Like, you can go put in there. I have so many different colors because I do work for so many different brands. But you could have like just your colors in there, like your 7 colors. And the way that you add them, you know, those color numbers that were on coolers, that's what would go here. You can upload your own fonts when you upgrade to Canva for work. And you can upload your logos. And so it's just really convenient if you're using Canva all the time. It's definitely worth it. I think it's $12 a month, maybe $10 a month. I can't remember. But I think it's worth it if this is your main jam.
That's a business expense.
Yeah, it's a write-off. So let's go back. Whenever you open Canva, you're not gonna, unless you have designs already in there and you're already a user of Canva, you're not gonna have all of that. It's just gonna look like this pretty much. And so as you'll see in here, you can choose all different sizes of stuff. Like, you don't have to know the dimensions. They tell them to you. And so if you're wanting to create a social media post or a Facebook ad, you have to be mindful on Facebook ads that they only allow a certain amount of text, a very, very small amount of text, but you'll learn whenever you go to submit an ad. My advice on the Facebook ad thing is don't overcomplicate it. Just keep it very simple. Keep the text very short, like 2 to 5 words, and that's it. And have a really catchy picture. Although video's where it's at, and your Facebook ad should be videos. Like, there's this app called Flixel. Oh, it's gold too. And it's all videos. I've played around with it quite a bit. It's really cool because they have like pre-made ones in there for you to use that you could use for ads and stuff. So Flixel, Flixel.
Isn't that what a lot of people use for their Facebook profile videos?
I don't know. I know I experimented the other day and I put one as my Facebook profile video of me like twirling around in the beach. But then my husband told me it was like, it looked like a trailer for an erotic book. And I was like, are you serious? Like, you ruined it for me. You ruined it. So, I mean, it kind of did. But what I don't like about Flixel is they put their big watermark over your entire video unless you want to pay like $16 a month that they bill annually. So you're going to be nailed with like a $200 charge. But they also have pre-made videos in there, and I don't think those have the Flixel. I could be wrong, though. Check it out. So there's all the different sizes in there, and I know Cynthia posted a video in y'all's family page that showed you sort of around Canva and how to make like something like this really simple recognition. So for all of these little like elements, I'm just going to click on one of these. So all of these elements that are gold or silver or sparkly, you cannot get those in Canva. You have to create them somewhere else, upload them as a photo, or upload them as a PNG. So let me backtrack. A PNG file is like a picture file that does not have a background. It has a transparent background. So you're able to see it on top of other photos, because this is a picture. This is not text. I can't edit this. I can't do anything with it. This is text. So a PNG file is one that has a transparent background. JPEGs do not have transparent backgrounds. If you create something, if you remove the background of something and save it as a JPEG, it's automatically going to put a white background behind it. So just keep that in mind. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So you have to create these somewhere else. I create mine in Adobe Illustrator, but you can also use the Rona Designs app or WordSwag to create text that is sparkly or a gold foil or whatever you want it to be. And this little element right here is actually not silver. So I uploaded gold elements and I went to this filter. See, this is the normal version of it. I have all of these gold elements that I created in Rona and then deleted the background of them in my background eraser app and then uploaded them here to a folder called glitter. And I have all of these elements to use. Like, yes, it takes hours, but it's my job. So it's worth it to me, I guess. But I have a lot of gold elements, and instead of having to go and do that twice just to have a different color, I just go up here to filter and I turn it to black and white or the grayscale, and it turns it silver. Voila. So how many, do a lot of y'all already use Canva? I'm going to stop sharing so I can see y'all's faces. How many of y'all use Canva and really know your way around, or how many of you like just absolutely don't? Like, I don't know how much y'all want me to share, because I know that Symphony has shared a tutorial on it. So I'm just curious how many of y'all have played around in it and really gotten your feet wet, I guess you could say. You only tried once. For the person that asked about the phone app, all right, hold on. We'll get to the questions in a minute. I use it now when I create posts. Okay, so let's go back to Canva. That kind of gives me an idea that there's people that don't know how to do anything.
Essentially, you're showing fire to all the cavemen for the first time right now.
Okay. Stay on page. All right, so let's start over. Because I just probably confused a lot of y'all, and y'all were like, whoa, 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 wait. All right, so let's do something simple. I want to go create a post for social media that will inspire and motivate people and is just a simple quote picture. Go to Canva, click on social media. If you want to be really simple with your graphics and you don't want to think about anything about it, choose one of these free little templates that are on the side here. Like, there's tons of them. Some of them say free. The ones that don't say anything, once you scroll over it, you'll see the $sign. Don't waste your money in those. Like, I mean, you can. That's how Canva makes their money. But this one is free. Okay, that looks like something I could do. Click on that. You can edit this text. I always blank on quotes, and I have them right behind me, so I'll just use one of them. In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. Okay, I typed my quote, and now I want to put who actually said it, and voila. But my colors aren't blue, my colors are pink. Okay, so click on the blue. up here at the top is the color wheel. You can choose whatever color you want. And if you do have the brand kit, why isn't that working? Oh, I don't know what that is, but, oh, that was the picture. There was a picture behind there. So don't pay attention to the picture. The picture wasn't important. So I changed it to pink. And then there, I have something great I can share on social media. Okay, well, say you want to upload a picture of yourself or your kids to that. How would you do that? Well, you can do the background eraser app and delete the background behind yourself and add it to whatever and rearrange this. I feel like this is just getting in the way. Don't overcomplicate your graphics. Keep them very simple. But there's so many capabilities with what you can do with the text. So if I click on the text, up at the top you can change the fonts. There's a lot of good fonts that Canva already has in there. So if you don't want to upgrade, like I like this one that Canva offers, I think it's pretty cool. I also like the shadows into light. I feel like it's decent. I think my favorite through Canva is I like Oswald. I like the Playfair. Well, I guess you can go through and just get what you like. I guess it doesn't matter what I like. But they have some good fonts. If you're wanting like a script font that's kind of popular and in style right now, this playlist script is a good one. It's a newer one they've added. So you can edit the fonts there, edit the size here, obviously. You can edit the color here, so we could change it to black. Make that a little small. I mean, it's kind of like Microsoft Word or any other place. This button is really cool though, because say you want to see what it looks like in all caps, just click that button. There's no reason to retype it. Like, I love this button. This button rocks my world, because a lot of the times fonts will look better in all caps rather than in lowercase, especially like simpler fonts like Montserrat, for example. Well, that's boring. But if I did it in all caps, like, it sends more of a message than that. See the difference? And then lastly, this text spacing is where it's at. You can space out, say, just you want to space that out. Like, that looks so good. I like that. I really like the way that looks. Usually these graphics that I do on these tutorial call things, like, they don't turn out that great, but that's pretty good. I kind of like it. And look, those are two really simple fonts that are just like nothing. I'm trying to use fonts that Canva actually has and that aren't my fonts. So where did that playlist go? Okay, here we go. But that looks bad, so I'm going to turn off the all caps. And I'm going to make it a little bigger. And voila, we have a pretty graphic. So now what do I do? Say that we have me here and we want me to go behind the text. Over here on the side, you can click Arrange, Back. And I can send myself to the back. Or you can do the same thing with the text. Back. Say I want to create another text box. You can simply click Copy and it will duplicate whatever it is you want to copy. So for those of you who are a little more advanced with graphics, I'm going to show you my tricks to making me look real on this background. And this is gold. I shared this with Symphony, and it just makes all the difference. All right.
This blew my mind.
So here I am. I'm going to copy myself. So there's two of me. And then I'm going to go up here. So there's two of me, sorry. Go up here to Filter. Click on Filter. Click Advanced Options. Okay, you're going to decrease the brightness, increase the contrast, decrease the saturation, and increase the blur. And I don't always do the blur all the way. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how cropped in the photo is, which just play with it and you'll see. After I do those things, this is what I get. is a black little blob of myself. So I'm going to put it on top of myself and then go to arrange and send it to the back. And you see I sort of have this shadow, but it still like doesn't look that great. Like it looks a little weird. I'm sure I could move myself up a little and make it more like a shadow. Like that already helped. But if you click on it and then click over here on this like checkerboard means transparency. And you can go decrease the transparency or increase, whatever, the transparency, and then move yourself back. And it really looks like I'm on, like standing against a pink wall. Is that helpful? I love that. I think it makes all the difference. Or you can use an app on your phone called Over, and they have this little button called Shadow. And that's a lot easier, but you work with what you got. So, and then say I wanted to, so if you are going to Canva and you're going to make some quote pictures, why not just make a whole bunch at once, like that look alike, so that you can post them on Instagram, like in between your photos, so you sort of get this pattern going. Like if I just like duplicated this little button means duplicate a whole bunch of times. You can only do 30. You can only get 30 pages on Canva, just FYI. And I deleted myself, so it wasn't the same me, but it's the same quote pick. And then I just went and changed those quotes. Then you could get a pattern going on your Instagram that looks really cool. Just an idea. Does that make sense? And then, so to download them, you would click download. You can choose from what you want to download. Do the recommended one. If you just want to download one picture and you have like a thing of 10 like I do, well, click there and put in like, I want to download the second one. Click download and it downloads for you. And then you have your picture. So I'm finished. What questions do y'all have?
That was awesome. So awesome. Let me dig through these and see what questions are on here. Only used PicMonkey. I promise you, I used to do a lot of PicMonkey, and then Charlotte showed me Canva, and I promise once you use Canva, you will never look back. Will you share with us how we can connect with you if we want to come for you for come to you for graphics or for logos and things like that? How do we get in contact with you to potentially work with you?
Okay, I'm going to just share my screen again because I have it on my little my slideshow.
Please share.
Okay, there you go. Yay.
So don't bombard her Facebook messages. Go to her email. Contact her there. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if there are so many coaches that have you that do your graphics, which is awesome that you don't realize it's you that do all their graphics, because you make them so individualized, so unique to, like you said, their brand, what they're known for, what they stand out for. So she's really good with sitting down and matching who you are and projecting that in graphics that we could never come up with, because she has the eye for that. So, I mean, if you look at the stuff that she has on the site, I mean, it's
yeah, like I was going to show y'all, these are some of my clients I do work for every month. You can see like a defined brand there for that girl. And then I switch over to this girl, for example, and she has a defined look for herself. Like there's a specific thing that she likes. And then Dara DeStahl like has a specific look she likes. She likes very clean, very mom friendly. They're not loading. A lot of pink. So yeah, I work with people to develop something that's going to be good for them and good for what they're trying to promote, that matches their vibes, and everyone's different. I wish they were loading, but they're not. So yeah. Oh, I guess I could pull up Melissa.
Hey.
So yeah, what other questions are there?
So awesome. Let's see.
And I'm just going to share this in the chat so I can look at y'all.
Please do. That would be so awesome. And I can post it in the team page also after when I post the recording in the comments. I can put that there as well. Do you guys have any questions for her? So for that app, it's only on the iPhone, or is it only in the App Store? It's not available on your computer, correct?
I don't think so. I looked the other day and I didn't see it on your computer. Another thing is, if you are someone who like is pretty good at graphics but just wants access to like stock photos and or fonts and or like tutorials on how to use stuff rather than paying somebody else to do your graphics, I do have a group that I call my Magic Making Mastermind group, and it's $10 a month, but I provide you with hundreds of stock photos for free, and that's something that I have to pay for, and it's not cheap. And so like I provide you with font files and stock photos and tutorials and what's hot, the design trends for the upcoming season and all of that good stuff. So if that's something that you would be interested in, send me a message and I will send you the link with more information to that.
And what was that, just so that they know what to ask you for? Your mastermind group?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if they contact you so that they know what to ask you to put them in.
So, yeah, I can do the mastermind group. I also, like, if you're wanting a cover photo, contact me. I can make you a cover photo. Or if you're wanting a logo, if you want me to walk through the full branding process, I'm happy to do that as well. We can figure out what you need and go from there.
Absolutely. Is Canva accessible on both the app and?
Yeah, there is an app for Canva, but I hate it.
Yeah, it sucks.
It really does. So if you're going to use Canva, use it on the computer.